欢迎大家来到周三晚上的线上静坐。那我们今天的课程呢，主要还是要让大家更能够感受到各个轮穴的能量。那在我们开始今天课程之前，我们先双手合十，向水马大菊致敬。我们带着爱与尊敬的心，从内心深处向水马大菊祈求：母亲，我们想要享受今天的课程，感受您的祝福，请指引带领我们今天的课程。母亲，请来到我们的心中，请打开我们的心，请来到我们的脑中，请洁净我们的脑，让我们有限的脑变无限，可以享受吸收您的知识。母亲，请来到我的注意力，请洁净我们的注意力。现在集体提升能量，画班单。我们将注意力都放在生命能量上。好，我们现在集体提升能量。我们一面画班单的时候，我们今天一面画班单，我们一面去感受一个一个的能量中心。好，我们开始提升能量。提升能量的时候，注意力放在头顶上方，眼睛看着左手掌心。第一次打一个结，一样。第二次，右手绕着左手，眼睛看着左手掌心。第二次打2个结。我们第3次打3个结。接下来我们画班单。第一次，我们去感受我们的根轮。第二个，感受我们的腹轮。第3个，我们感受我们的脐轮。第4次，感受我们的心轮。第5次，我们感受我们的喉轮。第6次，感受我们的额轮。最后一次，感受我们的顶轮。好，接下来我们会听顶轮口诀。我们祈求母亲允许且祝福我们，可以让我们的注意力能够随时处在顶轮之上。已经会的兄弟姐妹就直接跟着唱，跟着念出来。不太还没学过的也没关系，就直接听，去感受顶轮上方。
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीमहालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
接着，我们祈求母亲，让我们的根轮强且健康，唤醒我们内在的 Ganesha 原理，且让根轮的特质能够彰显在我们的各个轮穴当中。现在我们听 Ganesha Mantra、Ganesha 口诀，那已经会的、学过的兄弟姐妹就直接跟着唱。
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीगणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
接下来，我们把右手放在我们的前额，我们祈求母亲帮我们去除脑中所有的思绪，我们原谅所有的人、事物，包括我们自己。我们一事也未曾做，母亲才是真正的做事者，真正的享受者。 如果我们无意中做错了什么，也请原谅我们。母亲，请让我们有限的脑变无限，请帮我们去除我们脑中所有的自我、超我。好，我们把右手放回。现在我们右手放到我们顶轮的上方，我们去感受右手掌心和顶轮之间的能量流动。我们接下来右手放回，用左手掌心去对着我们头顶的顶轮部位，中间要有距离哦，不要贴在顶轮的部位。我们那个左手是和顶轮之间是有个空间。我们去感受左手掌心和顶轮之间的能量。若手酸了，我们可以交换手。这个动作本身也可以帮我们平衡我们的左右脉。两手都感受到凉风的时候，我们就可以把双手放回腿上。我们向母亲祈求，母亲，请让我们随时处在中脉上，让我们随时保持在灵性的生活当中。我们全身放轻松，去感受双手掌心、指尖、头顶上方，以及身体的内部、外部的能量状况。我们也检查一下我们肩膀有没有放松，脸部肌肉、额头、 我们也可以随时在做刚才最后做的，右手放到头顶上方，再轮流换手，左手放到头顶上方，我们也可以把手再放更高，手酸的时候，我们就放回腿上。在静坐中，若有人感觉到想要调整左右脉，则依照个人的需要去调整。我们也可以完全交托，注意力放头顶上方，让孔达尼尼自然去运作。 好，我们慢慢的张开眼睛。如果想要继续保持静坐状态的，也可以闭上眼睛，在顶轮上方去接收能量就好。这片子事后都还会再传给大家。我们来听水马塔吉2002年6月23号在意大利所做的太初之母普济里头，这个讲话有谈到各个轮穴的种子口诀，有谈到各个轮穴的特质，以及人类如何误用了各轮穴的状况。好，我们现在开始听母亲讲话。
It's a different day altogether for all of you, because this is the puja of Adi Shakti. And Adi Shakti is a complete personality. It's not only the left side that you know. You all know only the left side. From Sri Ganesha through the ascent of different chakras on the left side. I didn't want to tell you about the right side to begin with, because those who have gone through the right side got just lost. They got Gayatri Mantra from the writings, but they didn't know what it was about. They just used to learn it by heart. They didn't also know the real meaning of it. And that is how they moved. On the right side, and I don't know, they landed up at the Agya. And then they were trying for the self-realization. They were promised that if you do this right side properly, you will reach to the ultimate goal of self-realization. But none of them reached it. Most of them got into a terrible temper of cursing others, of destroying others. All these things they learned through their right side movement. There was no Kundalini awakening, and they were made to go up to at the most Agya Chakra, and then they collapsed into different places of complete ignorance. All these books were written without understanding that it's not easy to go via right side. But best was to awaken your Kundalini. The Kundalini directly takes you up in the center of all the chakras, up to the Agya and crosses Kagya and goes beyond Agya into the Sahasrara. And then it pierces through the Sahasrara. Now, what is so important about the Brahmarandra? From where it pierces? I never told you about it. But now I think for most of you the time has come. You see, in the childhood, the child has a talu, is the fontanelle bone area, which is pulsating always. It is pulsating because the spirit entered through that area. And when you close it, it settles in the heart. Now you have to become the spirit-oriented person. But how to enter into the Sahasrara was the problem. The Tantrikas who were there, they went through the right-left side and they developed all the practices of black, we should say the left side. So the right-sided became extremely hot-tempered, extremely ambitious, ferocious, and they started killing people on the basis of cursing. They are very good at cursing people, to be always forward, push back all the people, and override everybody's rights. They were regarded as the most ambitious and most powerful people. Now the Brahmins, and to some extent the Kshatriyas, they took the right side. Because of the right side, they became very powerful, no doubt. They got all the powers over the world, and they were regarded as extremely powerful and majestic people. But they were not, because they were so hot-tempered. Hot-tempered people cannot be spiritual. So they were told, you will get your spirituality, don't worry, keep moving. And the 7 chakras were described on the right side. According to them, there is Bhu, Bhurva. Bhu is this Prithvi, is this world, Bhu. Bhurva is the complete cosmos, or we can call it Antariksha. Swaha. Swaha is consumption at the Nabhi chakra. And Swada is the consumption inside, is to absorption. Swaha, Swada. Then is the mind, heart, Mana. After Mana came the Agya, the Vishuddhi. The Vishuddhi is Jana, collectivity, people. Go to the people. Jana. Then at the Agya it is Tapa. In Tapa we have Christ in the center. Left side they had Jainism, right side Christianity. They were not actually ascending path. They were just side outlets, you can say, for the energy of people who were trying to seek the truth. Now this happened for ages in India. All the gurus, all the sadhus, all the big tapasvis, all of them did this. But where did they reach? Tapasvis were the people who could give curses, so sharp to people. They could curse somebody. With the katakshas, with the glance of the eye, they could kill somebody. They could burn something. All right-sided powers they had. And with these right-sided powers, where did they reach? To hell, I should say, in a way, if not in the limbo, as you call it. Nobody got self-realization. You read the old books from India. But even otherwise, the Greeks, and then we had Egyptians, English, and all kinds of aggressive people. Germans, all of them were aggressive. Catholics, and also you had Romans, all of them were aggressive and were taking the land and property of other countries. Extremely aggressive. They believed in the killing of the people. Extremely insulting, hot-tempered people. So how to bring them to the normal? To the central path. One side was, as I told you, bhu, bhuru. Swaha, svadha, it's consumption. This was done by Guru principle. Then we have mana, jana. That is collective. They became collective, no doubt, because they are so powerful that they had such a lot of people with them to fight for the oppressive. With their oppressive temperament, they were fighting on people and were oppressive. All this kind of generation came in the history, as you know, and then it disappeared. Wars were created. Then so many people were killed. We had Hitler as the maximum of cruelty. They never cared for humanity. Then ultimately it came to the Agya. Agya also they killed Jesus Christ. They destroyed Jesus Christ. They destroyed so many great saints who were really sent through the central path. Some were incarnations and they destroyed them. All this happened since the time of Rama. All that has happened. And one after another, so many Rakshasas came and they destroyed the peaceful culture of the world. Extremely arrogant, show-offs as we can call them, very aggressive people. And this aggression came with such a great force and followed one after another. It went up to a point when people reacted, they were killed and were destroyed. So horrible people were created. All these people, as they were aggressive and destructive. This nature is still within us, some people, because they are right-sided. All right-sided people had this problem. Temper, aggression, controlling others. The growth stopped, and there was no spiritual growth. They wanted to have spirituality, but with this kind of behavior they had developed, spirituality ran away. We had so many incarnations. They all were killed, crucified, or were finished. There was no possibility of saving human beings in general. One bad man came and he ruined the whole world. We had one Hitler who really hit all the people, all the countries, all the nations, and we were all finished. All this is because we have taken to right-sided movement, which they thought was easier for spirituality, which was not. So they crossed all the limits, and they reached a stage that they became absolutely devils, rakshasas, without realizing that human beings are rakshasas. That's what they become. Even their gurus were like that, and nothing but they tortured even the incarnations. All the incarnations were tortured by them. It was really how they saved themselves is remarkable. But ultimately, they couldn't produce any results. So the first thing I tried was to study about the Kundalini. That I should be able to raise the Kundalini. And I knew I had come for that. Not for anything else, but only to raise the Kundalini of people so that they take to the central path, not to the right or to the left. But I told you the knowledge of the left side, plus raising your Kundalini. By raising your Kundalini, you broke your Sahasrara and you entered into the realm of real joy, of reality. All these bad qualities started falling out. In the central path, first the Muladhara came. By the awakening of the Muladhara and the central path, you became very pure people. Your eyes became pure. Your licentiousness went away. Your cheapness went away. And you became very, very I think we should call them the holy people. Unless and until that happens, you cannot be in sadhu. You cannot be a licentious, you cannot be a flirtish, you cannot be a man who wants to grab money from others and all that. Or anyone who is very aggressive would be in sadhu. So all such people were thrown out. Once they were thrown out, they were showing their teeth, I should say. They didn't like it that they were thrown out. But they understand now, some of them, that we have made mistakes. So first thing is that you must develop your sense of chastity. Respect it and enjoy it. That happened because of your Muladhara being awakened. That's the first chakra on the left side, where you have Sri Ganesha. But on the right side, also we have deities. On every chakra, we have deities to compensate. But Sri Ganesha is in the center. And that's how we were blessed by his powerful purity. And we started understanding the beauty of purity, the power of purity. That's how our right side we finished off. Right side was for fighting, for killing, anger. There was no peace for these people. The only thing they knew how to dominate others and to be intolerable. So then they rose to a higher level of Swadhisthana. In Swadhisthana, they rose, and the aggressiveness of the creative people to create something. Even now we have many. They create all kinds of nonsense, create all kinds of gross texts, also very, very, I should say, dirty things to make a name. So this is the another thing we got it in Swadhisthana, people who wanted to have a name, a position, that came from right Swadhisthana. Then the third chakra that was there was the Nabhi chakra. On the Nabhi chakra, they went all out to make money, not Lakshmi, but money. Money by any means. And they cheated the whole world. With this money that they got, they did all kinds of bad things. Either they cheated or they were aggressive. Cheating was very much in the left side countries like India, and aggressiveness in the right side countries. In the center, what quality we have at the Swadhisthana is the creativeness. Creative of art, which is very beautiful, which is very deep, which is absolutely spiritual. That vanished. And people started showing even the incarnations full of dirty habits. All kinds of filth came in with that progress. Then I told you, there's Nabhi. In Nabhi, people got after money. Left-sided people were making money, right-sided were aggressive with their money. If they were earning, they thought they are on top of the world. If they had money, they thought nobody is better than us. All this finished them. It's finishing. It will come to that point where they will realize that money is not for destroying, but for construction. Constructing of the country, constructing of the human beings together to bring peace and love among them. For helping, for doing all kinds of good things. Then the same right-sided people went to the chakra of the mother. And they were horrible mothers, tried to dominate their children, dominate everyone, and could not sacrifice anything for the children. We have had enough of these women who are aggressive with their husbands, are aggressive with their children. And even the motherhood among men is dead and finished. All that kind of lot, when I came on this earth, I saw, and I was shocked. What sort of human beings are those? What am I going to do with them? How will I awaken their Kundalini? At the Nabhi Chakra only they were lost. But now it is the mother's chakra. They had no fatherhood, no motherhood. They drove out their children. Very selfish, self-centered, dominating parents. This was the heart chakra. Then came the collective chakra, what we call as the Vishuddhi. At the Vishuddhi chakra, they wanted to occupy the whole world. They wanted to occupy the whole world as their own, to become emperors. And they formed empires and misbehaved to such an extent that it's not humanly possible to behave like that. They really were Rakshasas, I should say. And those Rakshas qualities are still there. In their behavior, in everything. You can see how they behave towards people, treating them like that. Creating people who are against spirituality and those who are aggressive. But this became like a two-sided world where there are people who are aggressive and the people who are tortured. This two-sided world exists even now, but is much less. Thanks to the collective understanding, there are many good institutions that were established, but they are not working out. They are not so successful because the men at the head of it are controlling, but controlling what? Not themselves, controlling others. And all their behavior has spoilt all the work of this chakra. Collectively, we are, if you see around now today, everywhere there's war going on, fights going on, killing going on, destruction going on. How is it? There are so many spiritual people now on this world. So the reason is, the spiritual people have become very quiet, very much enjoying their spiritual life, have become very quiet and very peaceful people. But that doesn't bring peace. You have to be dynamic and you have to bring peace in the world. You have to do something about it. We are very much satisfied with our progress, but we are not bothered as to see what is the progress others have done, how far they have gone, where can we meet them, what can we change them. At my level I can change many things, but at your level how many people have you changed? What have you done? That has to be said. Still you live with your ego on the Agya. And you are very happy with your peace, with everything you have got through Sahaja. This is the biggest calamity that the world is facing today. That those who are also spiritual, those who have achieved great heights, are least bothered as to what good has to be done. What they are doing is to enjoy their own spirituality, come to the puja, have more and more of it. But they have done no collective work to change people. Some of them are working 1 or 2 hours. The rest of them are having a good time, enjoying themselves in such a manner that people accept them as great souls, good people. That's all. I would like you to now introspect and find out how much collective work you have done, how many people you have got like that. With whom are you talking? How many people have you told about Sahaja Yoga? Only so many are there. Christ had only 12 disciples. They are much more dynamic than you are. So now you should take to the right side. And when you take to the right side, will create dynamic people. Not just some useless, patient, very quiet, peaceful people. This is not the aim of Sahaja Yoga. The aim of Sahaja Yoga is to change so many. And those who are doing that, all my blessings are with them. But those who are just keeping to themselves, it is not a very good thing. In your country, how many people have got to Sahaja Yoga? Just find out. With how many people you have worked it out. So yours is not a complete yoga. Yours is a partial yoga of the left side, where you are very loving, you are very kind, very this thing. I am not saying that you should become aggressive in any way. But even I have seen people want to be leaders. They want to be something great. But how many people have they given realization? How many people have they talked about Sahaja Yoga? I say, when in the aeroplane also you go, you walk in the street, anywhere people talk about Sahaja Yoga. But here we are using Sahaja Yoga for our greatness, for our understanding of ourselves. This is not why Sahaja Yoga has been brought to you. It has been brought to you for giving realizations to many people. I request all the younger people, the younger generation, not to waste their surge energies or nonsense as the old people have done. You better go ahead and talk to people about Sahaja Yoga and spread the Sahaja Yoga. They are more interested in running schools, in looking after the destitutes, doing this, doing that. That's not your job. Your job is to create more Sahaja Yogis, more Sahaja Yoginis. But that is not there. What I find is it's not there. The right side is missing. You should come to the right side. Go all ahead. Nothing will happen to you. Nobody can kill you. Nobody can disturb you. Nobody can arrest you. Take it from me. You have powers. But if you don't use them, you are like this. That is why we have come to the stagnated point. That we should know we have to use our right side. Right side is very important. Next time I'll tell you about right side, what right-sided things you are. Now you cannot become left-sided, whatever you may try. So you use your right side in the right direction, with the right understanding, not as some sort of, I should say, very arbitrary or very dominating like Hitler's. We have had also Hitlers among Sahaja Yogis. But now the time has come for you to do something more than what the saints have done before. To work it out that way, not to keep to yourself that you have a family, you have very nice children, having enjoying all that. That's not the Sahaja Yoga for. Sahaja Yoga is for transforming the whole world. You have to think about it. What are you doing? Where are you? What have you achieved out of Sahaja Yoga? Then we come to the Agya. In Agya, what has happened is Sahaja Yogis are become, they can bear anything, they can suffer anything. That's not what we want. What we want to remove the sufferings of others, remove the aggression of others. So we don't, that kind of organization we don't have. That kind of understanding we don't have. And if that works out, you will be different people. So we have become like saints sitting in their hermit halls, something like that. Not more than that. So better try to do something positive without aggression. I know some of you are still very aggressive. Are show-offs, I know that. But if you get into the mood of working out collectively, then you will realize what mistakes you have. Still, what is lacking in your personality. That is very important. At Agya Chakra, many Sahajogis falter. I don't know what happens to them. At Agya, I've told that you must forgive. But that doesn't mean that you allow people to do wrong things. Because you want to forgive, it's very easy not to fight, not to say anything, just keep out, just forgive. No. You go and talk to that person and tell him it is wrong. You have to face it. If you cannot face it, then you are useless. Just like any other people. What's the use of you people getting your realization? So now, we have to understand that it's not only that we have vibrations, that we are all right, that you can cure some people, is the last word. No. You have to spread it. You have to go in the public. You have to be collective on this point, and you have to spread Sahaja. With so many Sahajogis all over the world, we have not progressed much. So now, it is you have to plan what you want to do, how you want to do it, and how you want to spread Sahaja. It's very important. Because you people are good at, say, talking about Sahaja, singing about Sahaja. All these things are useless unless and until you have concrete proof of getting many more people in Sahaja. In a small country like Turkey, we have 25,000 Sahajogis. What do you say? They are all Muslims. 25,000 Muslims becoming Sahajogis. While you find that number is very small in any other country. They are not very rich, but they care for their self-realization and for giving self-realizations to others. It's very surprising how it has worked out, how it has spread. So instead of thinking of your problems, of your enemies, of your powers, think of giving power to others and making them Sahaja. It's very important. If you are in Sahasrara, then you have all the powers. In Sahasrara, if you do not spread Sahaja, what's the use of getting realization? Just for yourself? It's being very selfish. So I would say that instead of spreading your own glory, your own name, your own name, please try to get more people to Sahaja. Go into a very dynamic force. So many people have complained to me that Sahajogis are nothing but dead people. Is that what you are? Only a single person like me has done so much work. So why not you people? In your country, have you worked it out all over? Just think about it. And that's why, unless and until you don't do it, you are not sampurna, you are not complete. And the Adishakti's powers you have not understood in its full form. That's why I'm telling you today, it's a very important day that you worship me as Adishakti. But you should know that Adishakti has to be a complete form. It cannot be only half left-sided, no. If that doesn't work out, then what's the use? It's like any other getting any other realization. That's not so important. Not only that you should spread, but also you should make them and realize it. All my blessings, all my love, all my powers I give you. But try to understand. All right? Thank you very much.
我们再稍微静坐一下。好，我们双手合十，谢谢母亲保护所有的求道者，也谢谢母亲带领我们今天的静坐，让我们可以处在无思无虑的入静状态、临的状态。我们祈求母亲，让我们不纠结过去，不担忧未来，我们要觉知当下的每一刻，让我们只关注当下，让我们能够以母亲的愿望成为我们唯一的愿望。好，那我们今天的静坐课程就到这里，我们提升能量画班单，结束今天的静坐。